Yeah, I know. Tell them.
All right, aloha, everyone. Welcome to the 2025 Sheraton Hawai'i Bowl press conference. Joining us today from the Cal Golden Bears, we have interim head coach Nick Rolovich, quarterback Jaron Keawe Sagapototele, and safety Aiden Manutai. From Hawaii, we have head coach Timmy Chang, safety Peter Manuma, and offensive lineman Zen Sotelo. We'll start with opening statements from each head coach before opening it up for questions. When you ask a question, please raise your hand and wait for one of us to hand the mic to you. So we'll start with Coach Chang with an opening statement, followed by Coach Rolovich.
Oh, thank you. Can everybody hear? Good. Just want to thank the Hawaii Bowl, the state of Hawaii, for putting on a first-class bowl experience for our team and both teams. Truly grateful to be here playing in this game. As you can see, it's a table full of local boys, and it's pretty special. And so we look forward to playing a great game and showing the world on Christmas Eve, how great this game is. And so I just want to thank everybody and all the people that go into this year round to make this bowl game very special. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Being able to represent Cal and get into this bowl game, this is probably, I haven't been to every bowl game, but as far as bowl experience for the players is as first class as it gets. Obviously the backdrop and the cultural experiences the kids get to experience when they're here is incredible. The Sheraton Bowl Committee, thank you guys for inviting us. It's probably some of the greatest storylines in bowl season this year. I think it'll be heavily anticipated, watched. I think a Hawaii team that plays very hard, believes in each other, represents the state very well, and having two local boys kind of leading our team at Cal, bringing that same cultural effect to the locker room. It has all the ingredients of an incredible bowl game on Christmas Eve where we're the only game on. So Cal's grateful to be here. Grateful to be here with Timmy. So much great history with us, and thanks for everybody coming and putting this on for everybody.
Questions. Before you ask your question, please identify yourself and your affiliation. So, questions.
Hi, Mitch with KHON. Zen, for you, just being a senior here at UH, just what does it mean for you guys to get this opportunity to play in the Sheraton Hawai'i Bowl?
It's a blessing. Over my time here, we haven't had the opportunity to come to this bowl game for quite some time, and then now this season we've had a great turnaround season. As you've seen, we had a great team this year, and we're just trying to finish out strong. So our mission's still the same, is to finish off the season the way we started, and it's just a blessing for all our seniors to just get this experience, especially to do it here with Peter amongst the other seniors that we had. We all been through some stuff, just grinding, man, and it's just a great opportunity for us to go out here and play this game.
Kyle with Hawaii News Now. For Jaron and Aiden, the lead up to this game, obviously the rumor mill of the bowl season and whatnot, but when it finally got announced, what was kind of your guys' reaction to, know that you guys would come home for Christmas and play in this bowl game?
Yeah, it was just really a blessing. To be able to play in any bowl game is a blessing. I just got to give, just all thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus for allowing us to come back home and be able to play in front of family and friends. And I think it was just a big opportunity for us to just, play against guys we played before or play against guys we played with before. And just being able to do that and just play in front of our family, it meant the world. So I'm just really, truly grateful and blessed.
I would say it was pretty exciting once we got to know that we were in the Hawaii Bowl. We had a long season. I think sometimes we get caught up and forget Hawaii's our home. So we're just super grateful and super excited to show our other teammates around. So.
Right, Brian.
Brian with Spectrum News for Coach Rolovich. Coach, have you had time to reflect on the set of circumstances that have led you right here back to where you played college ball, and how would you sum that up?
I hope it's not the completion of the circle, but Hawaii's given me so much in my life. When I chose to come here out of junior college, from friends to my wife, which leads to, my children and just my chosen career in football. And this, you probably couldn't have written this a few years back that this was going to be the case, but Hawaii will forever be special to me personally, and what it gave me as a young man, as far as the opportunity to explore something new, kind of having that Magellan mindset of taking a risk, believing in the coaches that recruited me here, and the offensive system that I desired to play in. But all that is secondary to the characteristics of the local culture and how people live in Aloha here, and how it works all over the world if you let it. And that's probably changed my life the most.
Steven Side with the Hollywood Star Advertiser. This is for Rolo and Timmy. Can you just tell us what it's like when you guys first met each other in the first season at UH together? And did you ever imagine that you'd ever be, several decades later, coaching the same game against each other?
Want me to go?
Yeah, you go first.
I think one of my earliest memories of Timmy was on Wednesday. We will play in the same spot on this island where I first remember throwing with Timmy when he came in as a freshman on the old Cook Field, the old turf, right in front of the offices, and with all the boys in the summertime. I think that makes it even more special that the game's not only played in Hawaii, but played kind of right there in that spot. And I don't think at that time we thought about coaching against each other. I don't think we could have written that, but when this game grabs you and infects you and gives you that disease, it's hard to break away, even if you want to. And I think Timmy's had a grind. I've had a grind to get to this point, and it's just it's hard to believe that it's happening, but it is very special for at least me and him and all the boys who played at UH together.
Yeah, Steven asking the hard questions, huh? When we got here in 2000, Rolo came in spring, I came in the summer. We had a really packed room, so it was full of competition in that room. But we ended up just building a close bond. I got to learn so much from this guy here, just watching him go through just everything that a college student athlete gets to go through, the ups, the downs. And then I talk about his success in the 3-game run all the time to players that I coach. I talk to you guys about in the media, and I know you guys remember that 3-game stretch that he had in 2001. It's truly one of the most amazing stretches as a quarterback that I've seen personally, just watching it from the back of a guy just taking hold and taking reins of a team, and having a unbelievable games, and really it started at practice. And so there's so many things that I learned from Rolo, and it's we went from being roommates on the road and being friends to now where we are today in our careers. I mean, it's truly humbling, to be in this bowl game, and it's just kids at 18 to 20 or 21 years old coming together, and now look at us here. And so thank you for the Hawaii Bowl for bringing us together and being able to share the field like this, and our two respective teams. And again, the boys here, you got two Campbell Sabre guys, you got a Kapolei boy, you got a Kahuku boy over here. It's like it's special. It really is, and only Hawaii can do that. And so when Rolo talks about the culture and meeting his wife here, I mean it really is. It's a truly special place, and so I think that's our experience, that's our bond that we share with all the rest of our brothers that are from Hawaii.
Kennedy Chu, ESPN Honolulu. This is for Peter and Jaren. Campbell is pretty well represented here at the Hawaii Bowl. What does this kind of mean for you guys' community and for like the next generation of, I guess, Campbell Sabres and especially?
I mean, I just think it means the world. I mean, just allowing, first Peter, he's been putting on for a while now and just representing everyone from Ewa Beach and just representing, that they can't make it to the next level and they're able to do it and play at a high level. And, it just means the world that, a lot of guys are starting to get some recognition now. And, I think they deserve it, and just always representing where it come from for sure.
Just to piggyback off of that, I mean, it's great for us. I feel like it's something big for the community just because of the support and love that we get from them. During our time at Campbell and even when we leave Campbell. So, I mean, Jaren's doing a great job in putting us on that bigger platform. You know what I mean, and showcasing that Ewa Beach does have talent, and kids out of Campbell can play ball in college too.
Right left, Christian.
Christian Chimabuku, Aloha State Daily. Coach Rolovich, in your years away, how closely did you follow the University of Hawaii, and what are some of your emotions coaching against your alma mater as a head coach for the first time?
For what UH gave me, I paid attention very closely, and respect and probably have a deeper understanding of the journey Timmy's taken this team through because of the grind and what it takes to kind of fight through that barrier and get his team to play like they're playing right now. And not just him or the kids, it's just it can be a tough job, and we've seen that in the past couple decades if you know with guys who have been around. But college football, you hear it all the time. College football is better with Hawaii football being better, and I think that's true. I think it's a true statement. And like I said, UH gave me almost everything I have in my life, and so I'm very happy when they're playing well. This is a kind of a group of emotions that's different, right? Because I've been on the other side where you can use some of the come to Hawaii first time psychological warfare to disrupt the team and things like that. But so I try to give our guys a little bit of warning and don't get caught up in some of the Waikiki lights or shows, or you know what I mean. You got to stay dialed in and stay together. But that's one thing Timmy has done on film. At least what I see on film is a team that loves each other, a team that plays hard for each other, and there's a passion for representing Hawaii.
Steven in the front.
Again?
Yeah. Both of you took over broken UH teams, the emotionally broken teams. Who did you find inspiration from to kind of put together or rebuild Hawaii, the Hawaii football team? And did you give advice to Timmy? And Timmy, who did you find? Did you get inspiration from Rolo on how to rebuild the 22 team? Tricky words.
Can you say that again, Steven? Okay, the team. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
No. Both of you took over broken UH teams. You in 2016, Timmy in 2022, and I want to know who did you find inspiration from to help rebuild the UH program, and were you helpful with helping Timmy rebuild the team too? And Timmy, did you find inspiration from Rolo on what the job he did?
I'm going to speak about my experience. The closeness of the 2000-2001 team that I got to be a part of at UH, and how I saw that come together was my main inspiration, and that had to do with the coaching staff from Coach Jones all the way down. A true appreciation for Hawaii in general, but also the local culture and you can't say Aloha soft, because we lived it with good intentions, but when it was on the field, we loved each other and played hard for each other. And that was in the cookbook, I felt, to get UH back to their winning ways. I think there's certain ingredients at UH that matter and help promote a winning football team. And especially for the mainland guys, an opportunity to really immerse themselves in the culture to a way where they understand it with a little bit of depth and leave here most likely a better person because of it.
Yeah. That 99 to 2007 run was pretty special under June. I think, us playing in it, us understanding it, living here, and watching 98 and 97, those years, and it being turned around in 99 was really pivotal. And I think, when we got a chance to run, head our alma maters, I think I looked back at those times, and especially through the coaches and how they treated us and how they loved us. Also too through the bonds that we built with our brothers. Those bonds are forged forever. So those are special times. But also I think the bigger part is the fans, and then the culture and the players that come from Hawaii. As you can see, there's Hawaii boys all over the country playing elite football in the NFL and in college, and so this is a talent-rich state of athletes. And so if Hawaii always can keep these guys home, it also builds. It has a chance to have a strong team mixed with a lot of the mainland boys that get to come here and grow, and like Rolo said, immerse themselves in the culture. And so it has that ingredient that if you can capture it, and again, Hawaii is there is no professional team, so this team takes the place of that, and having that understanding of that you're playing for something a little bit different. You're playing for all 8 islands, and so special place. It's a very special place.
Back, Michael.
Michael with Hawaii Sports Radio. Question for Aiden. There's about a stretch of time, 2 months ago, where you weren't on the field, right? And it was kind of unknown when you'd come back on the field. But fast forward to now, you guys are in the bowl game. You're back home for the holidays. So I kind of just opened the floor for you to just talk about your journey, and then just how grateful you are for how things turned out.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I had a bunch of great leaders all over the team. A bunch of coaches as well, great leaders that were able to take me under their wing and just teach me. And I just was able to listen and take things in. This whole season has been a journey, is a little different for me. I think the past 2 months were very mental. I had to think about things a lot on whether or not I should finish out the season or not. But I had a cardiac contusion, something where I had to go to the hospital right after the Virginia Tech game. I was stuck out there. I had to monitor my heart and everything. But they kind of let it up to me on whether or not I wanted to play. I think these players and coaches mean a lot to me. The decision to play was because of them. I really love my teammates and my coaches, just because of all the stuff that they poured into me, and what it means to me is very special, and especially to play behind another true freshman quarterback that's from here. That's just different, and having Coach Rolo is very something grateful that everybody is grateful for. So, yeah.
Right,
Kalani Takase, AP. Timmy, Nick, can you kind of give your thoughts on the opposing team's freshman quarterback and just kind of their mastery of the offense?
The glaze. Let me go first.
Go.
Yeah. I was thinking about the press conference and some of the questioning and some of the things that you kind of want to talk about. But just months ago, Jaren would be on the field with us for our games and come in and joining as a senior. And just months later, the young man is is playing in it, and it's pretty special. It's pretty special to watch him and grow. You just knew he was very talented. Him and his brother John, very talented brothers, and Jaren really with his opportunity. And it's when you walk into these quarterback rooms, just like me and Nick walked into battle together, and there's only one that plays. He's truly special when he's the one that emerges as a true freshman. And so just watching him and getting to watch him, through the season and watch him grow. He's playing in a tough conference. On the road, he's got to go East Coast, West Coast, even to the SMU game. This last game that they played, just special. He's a special individual. He carries himself with respect, and he's gonna do well. Not just in this game, but going forward. And so, big fan of him.
Yeah. Before I went to sleep last night, I was watching Micah and normal down pass and incredible moxie. I think what I see from him is he's very sure of who he is as a quarterback. He understands his game. His quickness of getting the ball out, I think you can see. I also like what makes him difficult is the quickness he makes decisions about how he's going to manipulate the pocket. I think his sudden accuracy, what I mean by that is when he's got to make a decision quickly to throw the ball in an off-script situation, he's got really good feel for where he's going to put that ball in the last second before he lets it go. He's a threat to run. He's an inspirational guy. You see him go, if he gets tackled, you see his boys pick him up. I think he's leading them in that way, and I like his number. I like he's for a young guy. He's really comfortable in the leadership position he is and the limelight. I don't think he's scared of the moment.
Brian with Spectrum for Jaren. Jaren, have you had a chance to study the college careers of the two men sitting to your left?
I mean, who in Hawaii hasn't? I mean, especially if you're a QB. You grow up watching these guys or knowing who they are. Obviously, they played before I was born, but, just being... But just being able to go back and just be able to watch all their past games, like Rolo and BYU, and just Coach Timmy, the touchdown rec, he had it before, and just everything that they've done, just learning about them and just always growing up a Hawaii fan and just being able to see what they've done and helped Hawaii do. It's just been amazing for me to follow in that legacy and in those steps, and it's just really a blessing to be able to watch and be inspired by guys such as these, two great people that I always look up to. So yeah.
And Jared, just a quick follow for you. When the coaching change was made late in this season to when Coach Rollo stepped in as the interim guy, what were your emotions throughout that whole days?
Man, I could definitely say it wasn't the easiest moment for me, Coach Wilcox was a man that I highly respected, highly loved, and definitely the team respected for sure. Losing him, it was a heavy loss, but I just want to send all love to him. He's meant the world to me. He gave me the opportunity to be able to play my first year as a freshman. But having Coach Rollo step up, it meant the world as well, because when I first came to Cal, we run a really pro style type of offense, and it wasn't easy for me. Just Coach Rollo would be there late nights, helping me, and he wasn't just there for football. He was also there to just check up on me as a person. Making sure my mentals was good. Making sure that I was okay in everything I did. Even taking me home sometimes, and it just felt like having another father there. It just really meant the world that he stepped up big time for us, especially for the team. And he really rallied us together, to really just to play for us for that last game against SMU. And we were able to get things dialed. We played for each other, and we also played for Coach Wilcox, the man that led us the whole season. And just really, it meant the world that Coach Rollo, the team, really loves Coach Rolo, and we're all supporting him. We're all behind. We all have his back, and we're just so excited to play in this game and just represent those that have led us this season.
Time for one last question. Mike goes in the back.
Question for Coach Timmy. The two guys next to your left, right, Peter and Zen, just your first bowl game, you bring them up as representatives of the team, and they've been with you from the start. So kind of talk about how much they've meant to you, how much they meant to the program, and just representations of Hawaii.
Sure. These are two captains our whole season, and we've only had two captains as we kind of rotated two other guys on offense and defense that would come in. But these guys have been staples of our program. As we inherited a team, fractured, broken. When we first got here, these were freshmen, and Peter started as a true freshman. We asked Zen to change positions, and just the willingness to kind of just really stick it out, go through the process of tough times to where we are today. I think not only I learned, but they learned how to go through it, how to deal with it, how to keep pushing forward, how to bring others and lead. And so I'm very, very grateful for these two young men in a time where, you can get the transfer portal, you can leave. These two boys stayed home, and they represent us really well. When we look at two guys, at the end of the season that we would put our backs on and to lead us out every day, it'd be these two guys right here. And so truly grateful for these boys.